Bitcoin has been gaining a lot of attention for a few years now, but do you know exactly what it is, who created it, what it's used for, how to pay in Bitcoin, how to buy Bitcoin, or even how to mine Bitcoins? In this video, we will explain what Bitcoin is, how it's produced, and why it can be considered a real currency, and how to invest in Bitcoin. But before we get into the video, welcome to Crypto Vault, where we will be covering all news about cryptocurrency and what you should keep an eye on. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to not miss out on first minute information about potential investments. Also, please give this video a like and comment down below. Bitcoin. How does it work? Bitcoin is an intangible currency or cryptocurrency that allows its holder to purchase goods and services over the internet or in real life. Basically, money. Unlike conventional currencies, however, Bitcoin, like all virtual currencies, does not have a central bank or any central body or financial institutions to regulate it. Instead, Bitcoin relies on a large over-the-counter network on the internet. Bitcoin is in a way the result of the marriage between the idea of P2P over-the-counter network, cryptographic techniques, and the concept of money. As a result, Bitcoin, and in its wake other cryptocurrencies, may be creating a new kind of financial system, a completely decentralized, completely free alternative monetary system. The underlying technology of Bitcoin is the blockchain or blockchain system. It consists of storing and transmitting data in a secure, transparent, and inviolable manner. Each transaction is a block that adds to the others in an ever-growing blockchain that keeps track of all its transactions. The blockchain lives on a network of computer nodes that make it possible to use Bitcoin as a decentralized peer-to-peer digital currency. Any computer or device that connects to the Bitcoin interface, it communicates with other nodes by transmitting transactions and blockchain information. How many Bitcoins are in circulation? You might be wondering how many Bitcoins there are in the world. As of mid-March 2021, according to Buy Bitcoin Worldwide, around 18.66 million Bitcoins are in circulation around the world, compared to 18 million at the end of 2019, 16 million Bitcoins in 2016, and 10 million Bitcoins in 2013. For a money supply of approximately $1,039 billion against 66 at the end of 2019, $6 billion in 2016 and $1 billion in 2013, thus more than 88% of Bitcoins are already in circulation. To the question, how many Bitcoins are left to be mined? The answer is therefore just over 2 million. The amount of Bitcoins in circulation is automatically set by a network of computer servers called miners scattered around the world. They are responsible for confirming transactions and adding them to a decentralized transaction log. The volume of Bitcoins in circulation will reach precisely 21 million units in the year 2140. A victim of its own success, the Bitcoin network in its current configuration will soon saturate, which risks causing both traffic jams and degradation of service. Faced with this danger, a solution seems to be in order: to introduce technical innovations to allow the network to absorb more traffic. In fact, it was in 2017 to try and find an alternative that would fork that gave birth to Bitcoin Cash, created from a secondary chain keeping a common core with the main blockchain. The latter makes it possible to validate the blocks of transactions carried out much faster at a lower cost, but it also mobilizes a much greater computing power than required by Bitcoin. How are Bitcoins produced? This is where it all gets a little technical and a little weird. Bitcoins are excavated, following a predefined algorithm. They come in sets of 25 units and are a reward for computational efforts, aimed at finding the solution to what strongly resembles a random mathematical problem. However, we are not talking about excavating or creating Bitcoins, but rather the mining of Bitcoins. Those who make Bitcoins are therefore called miners. The role of the algorithm is to ensure that the progress of Bitcoin stock is slower and slower, halving the reward every 4 years. Thus, at the start of 2017, the reward fell to 12.5 units, and then in 2020 to 6.25 units. At the same time, the level of difficulty of the math problems to be solved increases over time, causing the rewards to become more distant. The algorithm has been designed so that Bitcoin behaves exactly like a scarce commodity whose exploitation offers diminishing marginal returns, a bit like gold or oil for example. Easy and cheap to find at first, and then more and more difficult and expensive. To mine Bitcoin, it takes more and more time and resources, computing power, hardware, and developers. The result, although virtual, the supply of Bitcoins is constrained. The algorithm thus gives Bitcoin immunity against inflation. In this, Bitcoin is completely opposite to the London dollar, the currency of the Second Life online virtual world. Remember, the latter is produced by a central authority, a de facto monopoly at its will, without any limit. The scarcity of Bitcoin is one of the elements that gives it its value. Another element is its usefulness as a means of payment. What is Bitcoin halving? Bitcoin halving refers to the phenomenon whereby the miner's reward is halved every 4 years or so, or every 210,000 blocks excavated. The last one took place on May 11th, 2020, and 2 halvings had taken place previously, July 9th, 2016, and again before November 28th, 2012. The halving of May 11th, 2020 decreased the miner's reward from 12.5 to 6.25 bitcoins. Halving, due to the result of scarcity of Bitcoin, tends to drive up the price of cryptocurrency. How to mine Bitcoins. Maybe you are tempted to be a miner and you are wondering how to mine Bitcoins, and more importantly, how many Bitcoins can you mine and in how long? While the activity of a miner might not have been relatively easy in the first few years since the launch of the famous cryptocurrency, the computing power now needed to mine Bitcoin can discourage an individual from becoming a miner. First, you will need to equip your computer with software to mine Bitcoin. Then you will need to have enough computer equipment so that you can run your softwares while continuing to use your computer, which will not be easy. And by not be easy, you're going to need warehouses full of this stuff. Bitcoin miners are therefore above all professionals. They are even given gigantic structures with substantial computer systems. In fact, Bitcoin mining has become largely professional in recent years. Bitcoin is now mined in farms, that is to say warehouses of several thousand or even tens of thousands of M2 housing servers, computers running at full speed, located in relatively cold regions so that the servers do not overheat. So if you're ever wondering what your Russian cousin is doing nowadays, he's probably mining Bitcoin. Bitcoin is enjoying unprecedented success in China, where they are no longer mining farms for the famous cryptocurrency. Most Bitcoin miners are Chinese, thus China's share in Bitcoin mining is estimated to be between 70 and 80% globally. What can I purchase with Bitcoin? Several states have officially recognized Bitcoin as a payment method, such as Japan in March 2017. In fact, cryptocurrency is very popular over there, and Bitcoin payments are relatively common. However, it is not the same everywhere in the world. It is therefore possible to buy computer hardware, software, and IT solutions, but also everyday consumer products such as furniture and decorative objects and clothing, etc. It should be considerably extended after the announcement of PayPal, which allows its users to pay for their purchases through its payment platform in Bitcoin and other virtual currencies. This is the end of today's video. I hope you got all the information you need about Bitcoin. Please make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Also, drop a like and a comment before you go. I'll see you in the next one.